Well, hello guys, welcome back. I slept like a baby last night. I slept like a baby. And so, to cut out 15 minutes of the epic video I made that you shall never see, sometimes you have to step back from working with the gods. Not too many people talk about it, but sometimes you need to take time away from each other. You really need to. If the relationship is starting to stress you out, and I know 2020 is a bad barometer of what the hell stresses you out, even kittens could qualify at this point, but laughter back here. Um, you need to take a step back. It's not healthy for you or healthy for them to suffer through a period of the relationship where things aren't going well. It sounds kind of opportunistic, but a relationship with your God should make both of you happy. They should be getting whatever they agree to, and you should be getting whatever you agree to, whether they are a mentor or a teacher, or they're helping you out in some way, or they're just giving you general blessings. There should be something in the relationship for both of you. If it's one-sided, that's a problem. Very rarely are gods going to let themselves be taken advantage of, though it has happened. But if they're taking advantage of you, if you're doing all the rituals and you're doing all the offerings and you're saying, "Hey, this thing we agreed on, it's not coming," and you keep getting to it, that's the time to step back off the relationship because they're not invested anymore. And that happens with gods. It's why we have stories of the Greek gods, especially. No offense to the people that work with them. They are wonderful gods, but gods are very fickle. Gods are intensely interested in you, and you are the most special of special humans until the day they look at you and go, eh. And they just give you a toss. And the first couple times it happens, you're like, what did I do? As you fly through the air and land on the curb. And then you just realize that's their divine nature. There's only one God in existence known for getting eternally in love with people. And we all know who he is because he has churches everywhere. And even he has had people that have felt like he's withdrawn at times. But it's just something they do. It's for their divine nature. And when they do that, the first thing you should do is go, okay, and cut off all contact. I know it sounds mean, but you are a strong person. You're going to make it through this. I'm getting, yeah, Becker. For me, we have way too many here. We didn't have 100. We didn't even have 50. We probably didn't even have 20. But it was just if two are too many, two are too many. It's not a numbers game. And everybody wanted their relationship worked on, which is reasonable, and there just aren't enough hours in the day. I have a channel to run. I have chores to do. I have all these other stuff going on in my life. I need private time and I need downtime to enjoy myself as a human. 24/7, I'm not, serving the deities. I got, Lucky would like it to be 24/7, he would. And I said, I'm tired. It's too much. Everybody wants their relationship worked on and there's just too many. And you would try to get some to go out, and they wouldn't go out. So that's also a good indication when you need to cut off all contact. And I said, the relationships weren't working out because they were all demanding, and what they all really wanted, I think, was to be last deity standing. And I said, well, no, that's not going to happen. Loki's always going to be the one I default to. And even Loki made himself scarce last night, and I slept like a baby. I slept like a baby because there weren't 20 gods going, I want this tomorrow, and I want that tomorrow, and what do you think about this, and what do you think about that? I slept like a baby. Oh, it was glorious. And I knew I didn't have to get up and do anything today. It felt like I'm on vacation, so we're gonna do this vacation thing for a couple days in a row, and you guys are welcome to join us. It's okay if a relationship doesn't work out. I felt really bad reading that article because the person sounded kind of smug about how, they served Odin and whatever. I don't care at this point. I don't work out with Odin, fine. I didn't work out with anyone else, fine. I don't have to serve them then. That gives me absolute freedom because it means I don't have to worry about investing in candles or incense or anything. One, we have enough incense for a year. And two, Loki is just as happy with a birthday candle or a light up, LED candle. We have a lot of those because I have various health issues, and obviously you don't want to light a candle that burns for 4 hours and then go in to close your eyes and end up falling asleep and burning your house down. So he's actually happy with LEDs. So if you've ever wondered if you live in an apartment or something, or you can't have, lit candles, it's not, there's nothing more magical, as far as he's indicated, in having a lit candle or having what I call the running lights. You see those lights behind me? There's one right behind the snow leopard. Or having an LED candle. There's no magical difference. In fact, if it makes you feel better, a lot of churches have switched to those light up candles for safety reasons, obviously, and for health reasons too. There was a blip in the Catholic Church of priests not wanting to have incense and not wanting to have candles because a lot of them were coming down with cancer from decades. Presumably, they weren't also smokers, decades of service in the church and breathing that incense in every day. Yes, I know, but basically it's from smoke inhalation. It doesn't matter if it's cigarettes, incense, candles, whatever. You do have to be careful with your body and with your lungs. So, it's one of those things where Loki seems happy, I seem happy, and it's not like the other gods made an overfuss to get in. I think we all knew it was over, and we're going to enjoy vacation. So, just to recap, you should step back when it's too much chaos. You should step back when the relationship's not working for you. And you should step back if they're starting to make unreasonable demands. If they want to be the one and only God, no. No. You can serve as many gods as you want. You can serve gods from any pantheon. You can do what you want. The thing is, gods depend on humans a lot more than they say they do. It's not like if we all went extinct today, the gods would die. Don't panic. But for the relationship with a human, with our unique species, they depend on us. It's not that we don't depend on them. They are a great help. I got and then I heard the mail 1 second, or that's gonna bother me. Junk mail, but I think maybe the flyer from the college I attended is kind of a message from Loki. You're finally learning, damn it. But I don't know where the hell I was, but you do have to back off every so often. I noticed Loki was trying to tell me with his fox, and I wasn't getting it because there were way too many gods here, and I had no idea who the hell could possibly be playing with Loki's fox. Her. The foxy in the window would light up bright, super bright, and I would get so excited. I would get this feeling of pure joy every time I saw it, and I've had that for years. I would run towards the little foxy, and the moment I would approach, it would step down. It would flicker lower, and then flicker lower still, and then go out. And I was like, why? And it was basically, I think, Loki's way of saying, I'm trying to tell you, you're doing too much. You're running in too many directions. I love you, sweetheart, but you can't do this. Even a Gemini can't run in every direction at once. The gods know we try. And so we're going to go on vacation for a while. Inori tried to be nice, and a couple tried to be nice, but I said I don't even know what I felt about the relationships anymore because it was just too intense. Running around from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, trying to work on all of them. So it's just going to be low-key for a while. So we are on vacation. And you can feel free to join us on vacation if your gods are driving you crazy. You don't owe any god blind loyalty for the rest of your life. You really don't. If things aren't working out, especially right now, especially with all the stress, you can take time off from them. And you'll be sad and it'll hurt for a little bit at first because you'll think, why me? Why didn't I work out? Everybody else is so happy with them. It's just how life works out sometimes. Sometimes we're not compatible with the gods. The one god I'm compatible with, truly compatible with, is Loki because we know we have an arrangement. We get together when we're both feeling civil, but if I'm in a bad mood or he's in a bad mood, we stay out of each other's way. Or we pester each other. May the odds be in our favor. But, we have that agreement. We know that if we're going to fight, we'll both survive the fight. And we know that if we're going to spend time together, we will. But if he feels like being alone, he goes off alone. If I feel like being alone, I go off alone. And it's one of his sacred mysteries where he needs his alone time. It's really not in the story so much, but it's one of the things, the hallmarks of him as a divinity. He can love being in crowds and being in the center of attention, but he absolutely positively needs to go away and get absolutely away from everyone, even us. Even Sagan, he needs to go away, and I got, but it's nothing wrong with him. It doesn't mean that he doesn't absolutely love Sagan. His world revolves around her. It does, but she understands it too. There's something in sacred nature. He needs to get away. Most Lokeans are the same way. It's like if you start getting images in your head, and this isn't coming from Loki, of wherever you think would be a nice place to pop off to get away. Like, I grew up in this area and there's a certain cave. I would like to go hide in this damn cave and just be away from everyone. That's a sign that I need to have a spiritual retreat and I need to get away from everyone. So, if you need to take that time off, guys, it's okay. If you need to take a break from your gods, that's totally fine. It's not something you have to keep up for 24/7. I don't know if I said it this attempt, but in Voodoo, people will cover the altar and they will take a break because you're not meant to be filled up with all that energy constantly, no matter how much you love the Loa, no matter how much they love you, no matter what kind of relationship you have, you need time away from each other. You really do. I'm getting lyrics back there. Even lovers need a holiday. Exactly. You need to get away from each other for time to time, so you appreciate each other more at the very least when you are back together. Those cheesy stories I was reading you, that you'll notice the protagonist always ends up spending time away from their significant other, or the main character does. And, calling them protagonist sometimes is a bit much. Um, and the relationship's always the better for it when they haven't seen each other for a while, because you do need the time off. It doesn't make you a horrible person, and it's just how humans' minds work. We're always more excited to see someone we don't see every day. We miss them after a while, right? So, feel free to take time off from your gods if you need to, especially now. You've probably got enough to deal with. If they truly love you, they're not going to abandon their favor. If they truly love you, they're going to understand that you need the time off and you need the time away. And if they don't, once you've rested, once you feel calm, once you feel you can approach a relationship from a place of being centered and empowered, because the gods frankly need us a lot more than we need them. It's not like, I don't know if I said this recording, if we all died tomorrow, the gods will also go extinct, but they need us in a way we don't need them. Humans do just fine as atheists. So, we do okay on our own. They need us. They need that interaction with our unique species for whatever reason. I'm getting here. But the power is definitely in our hands, and sometimes we forget it. We're the ones that have to build the temples, right? They don't build their own temples. We're the ones that have to give worship. No god can force you to give worship. We're the ones that have to give offerings. They can't force you to do this. And sometimes I think they just forget to appreciate that. And you got to give them a little kick in the tail feathers and shut them out of your life for a while and let them think about it. You don't have to be lordly or mean about it, but you are the one that has the actual power, because if they don't come through on their end, then you are no longer obliged to work with them. I don't care what kind of promise you made. I don't care what you signed. I don't care what kind of experience you had. If they're not working with you, you're free to go. Believe me, to them, they're free to go too. They can, enter into, I know you guys hate the word God spouse, they can enter into that kind of relationship, a married relationship with you, and once they decide they're done with you, ploof, by the side of the road. So don't ever feel obliged to give blind loyalty to a god, because you won't get it in return. I'm getting more and more streetwise as I get older. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.